Okay, I'm doing a quick show here on dating. And so I want to ask Shania some questions about dating because I'm kind of scared to date. I'm old, so I haven't done that in a long time. So these are some frequent questions that people ask before they go on a date. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Shania. Okay, Shania, if I want to date a girl, what do I do?
Well, first off, thanks for having me on your show. And no worries at all about feeling a little rusty. Dating is something you can ease back into at any age. The main thing is just to be yourself and approach it with a bit of openness and a good sense of humor. Plan something simple for the first date, maybe a coffee or a walk, so you can just chat and get to know each other. And remember, it's all about having a good time and seeing if there's a connection.
All right, but if I get scared, should I just break the date and go back home?
Well, it's totally normal to feel a bit nervous, but I'd say give yourself a chance to push through those nerves. Usually, once you get there and start chatting, you'll feel more at ease. But if you ever feel truly uncomfortable, it's okay to politely wrap things up early. Just remember that a little bit of nervousness is totally natural, and you might end up having a great time if you give it a shot.
All right. Do I need to have a fancy car if I date a girl?
Nope, you definitely don't need a fancy car. It's really all about who you are and how you connect with a person. Most people are going to care a lot more about your personality and how you treat them than what kind of car you drive. So just be yourself and don't worry about the wheels. It's all about the vibe you bring to the date.
Can I take my date out on a bus or call Uber and take her out?
Absolutely, you can. There's really no rule that says you have to drive yourself. If taking a bus or calling an Uber works better for you, that's totally fine. The main thing is just making sure your date is comfortable with the plan and that you both get to enjoy the time together. So, however you get there, as long as you're both cool with it, you're good to go.
If I'm dating a girl, can I call her up and tell her to drive her car over and pick me up?
You can definitely ask, especially if you have a good rapport and you think she'd be comfortable with it. Just make sure to ask politely and be understanding if she's not up for it. It's all about communicating and making sure you both feel good about the plan. If she's okay with it, then that's totally fine.
Okay, because I want her to pick me up and then I want her to pay for my meal and take me out to a movie. Will that be okay if I did all that?
Well, it's definitely okay to want to share responsibility sometimes, but it's really about balance and communication. If you're comfortable and you think she's comfortable with that arrangement, you can always talk about it. Just be open and respectful about what you're asking, but keep in mind that a lot of people appreciate a bit of give and take. So maybe consider alternating things or making sure you both feel like you're contributing. That way it feels fair and enjoyable for both of you.
Okay, I work at McDonald's. And I'm a fry burger cook. Can I take her on a date to the McDonald's that I work at?
You absolutely can if you think it will be a fun and lighthearted experience. It's really all about the vibe and how you present it. If you think she'd enjoy seeing where you work and having a casual meal there, why not? Just keep it fun and let her know why you want to share that experience with her. Sometimes the best dates are the ones that are personal and unique. So if you think she'd be into it, go for it.
I want her to take and work the cash register. and, and I want her to cook some hamburgers and clean the floor. Can I have her do that?
Well, that might be pushing it a little bit. Usually, a date is more about spending time together and having fun rather than putting her to work at your job. So, I'd say it's probably better to keep the day focused on something you can both enjoy. But hey, it's always good to keep things lighthearted and have a laugh about it.
Okay. How much money should I have to date?
Well, there's really no set amount of money you need to have to date. It's more about making meaningful connections and enjoying each other's company. You can definitely go on fun dates without spending a lot. Think walks in the park, grabbing a coffee, or having a picnic. It's really about the thought and effort you put in rather than how much cash you have on hand. So just focus on being genuine and having a good time.
Okay, I want to take my girl to Disneyland, but I only have $10. Is that okay?
Well, Disneyland is a bit more than $10 these days, so that might be a tough one to pull off on that budget. But hey, there are plenty of other fun things you can do that won't break the bank. You can always save up a bit if Disneyland is a big goal, or find some more budget-friendly dates in the meantime. It's really all about the experience and the company, not just the location.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna drive to Disneyland and go in the parking lot. I'm gonna just let her look through the fence. Is that okay?
Well, that's definitely a creative idea. I mean, if you both have a good sense of humor about it and she's on board for a little adventure, it could be a funny story. But just make sure she knows the plan so she doesn't show up expecting to go inside. As long as you're both having fun, that's what really matters.
All right, do I let my girl pay for the meal or should we go Dutch or should we split? Which one?
Well, it's really up to what you both feel comfortable with. You can absolutely talk about it and decide together. Sometimes one person might offer to pay, and other times you might decide to split the bill or go Dutch. The key is just have a quick chat about it so you're on the same page. Whatever you both agree on is totally fine.
We agreed on ordering a big meal and dessert and drink and wine. And before the waiter comes, we're just gonna walk out without paying. Is that okay?
Well, I've got to say, that's not really a good idea. Walking out without paying is definitely not okay and could get you into some serious trouble. It's always best to be honest and pay for what you order. That way you can both enjoy your meal and have a good time without any worries.
Do I take my girlfriend on a first date to an expensive restaurant?
You certainly can if that's something you feel comfortable with and you think she'll enjoy it, but you definitely don't have to. A first date doesn't need to be super expensive to be special. It's really more about getting to know each other and having a good time. So you can absolutely keep it simple if you want to. It's all about what feels right for both of you.
Should my date dress up real nice if I take her to an expensive restaurant?
Well, if you're going somewhere a bit fancy, it's definitely a good idea to let your date know so she can dress accordingly if she wants to. It's all about giving her heads up so she feels comfortable and knows what to expect. But ultimately, it's about both of you feeling at ease and enjoying the evening, whether you're dressed up or keeping it more casual.
Well, the expensive restaurant that I have her dress up to is Taco Bell or Burger King. Those are the two expensive restaurants. Is it okay for her to dress up to Burger King and Taco Bell?
Well, that definitely adds a bit of humor to the situation. If you're both in on the joke and she knows you're going somewhere casual like Taco Bell or Burger King, and sure, you can both have a laugh and dress up just for fun, but just make sure she knows what to expect so she's in on it too. It could be a quirky and funny kind of date if you both have a playful sense of humor.
I'm scared of girls because I think they'll bite. Do girls bite?
Nope, I promise they don't bite. It's totally normal to feel a bit nervous, but just remember that they're people just like you. Most of the time, they're just as interested in having a nice conversation and getting to know you. So try to relax and just enjoy the experience. You got this.
All right. Do girls look at my clothes when I go on a date?
Yeah, I mean, people do notice what you're wearing, but it doesn't mean you need to stress about it. Just aim to dress in a way that makes you feel confident and comfortable. As long as you look neat and like you put in a little effort, that's what really counts. It's more about how you carry yourself than the specific outfit. So just be yourself and you'll be good to go.
Well, I like my girl to dress up in a G-string or a bikini. Is that okay for her to wear that on a date?
Well, that really depends on the setting and what you both feel comfortable with. If you're going to the beach or somewhere like a pool party, then sure, that kind of outfit makes sense. But for a typical date, you'll probably want to let her wear whatever makes her feel comfortable and appropriate for where we're going. It's all about making sure you both feel good about the occasion and the vibe of the date.
All right. I'm not a high-valued man. Will I ever get a date?
Absolutely, you will. You definitely don't have to label yourself as a high value man to find someone who wants to go on a date with you. Dating's really about being genuine, being yourself, and finding someone who appreciates you for who you are. Everyone has unique qualities, and there's definitely someone out there who will appreciate yours. So just be confident and open, and you'll do great.
All right. Before I date a girl, I tell her to rank herself from 1 to 10, 1 being very ugly, 10 being absolutely gorgeous. Should I date a girl that's a 3 or a 4?
Well, it's really not about a number or a ranking. It's more about how you connect with someone and how you feel when you're around them. So I wouldn't worry about trying to put a number on it. Just focus on finding someone you enjoy spending time with, someone you respect and who respects you. That's what's really important in the end, way more than any kind of rating system.
All right. Well, uh,
Absolutely. It all just comes down to feeling comfortable and connecting with the person. So just trust yourself and focus on what really matters, and you'll be absolutely fine.
well, I consider myself a 6. Will girls date me if I consider myself a 6?
Absolutely, they will. You know, it really isn't about a number at all. Confidence and how you treat people matter way more than any rating you give yourself. If you feel like a six, that's totally fine, but what's really going to shine through is your personality and how you connect with someone. So just be yourself, and you'll find that plenty of people will be interested in dating you.
You know, I really like girls, and I like to take out more than one girl on a date. Can I take two or three on a date?
Well, you can if everyone involved knows about it and is comfortable with it. It's all about being honest and making sure everyone's on the same page. Some people do group dates or polyamorous dating, and that's totally fine if everyone agrees. Just keep communication open and be respectful of everyone's feelings, and you'll be good to go.
Okay, on my date, I like to do some sex. So what is appropriate? Just shaking hands, hugging, kissing, or making love? Which one should I do on the first date?
Well, it really comes down to mutual comfort and consent. On a first date, it's usually best to take things at a pace that feels right for both of you. That might mean just starting with a handshake or a hug and seeing how the connection goes. If there's a mutual interest and both of you are comfortable, maybe a kiss might happen. But it's always important to communicate and make sure you both feel good about the pace. Just take it step by step and respect each other's boundaries.
If I take the girl out and she spends a lot of time on her phone, and when we're eating, she's taking pictures of the food, and she wants me to take pictures of her all the time instead of talking to me, should I just break the date and just leave?
Well, it can definitely feel a bit frustrating if someone's more focused on their phone than on the conversation. But I'd say before you decide to leave, it might be worth just gently mentioning how you feel. You can let her know that you love to have more of her attention or that you're hoping to chat a bit more. If she's receptive, great. If not, then you can decide what feels right. But a little honest communication can go a long way before you decide to call it quits.
Okay, well, my ex-wife is Mexican American, and I've dated a lot of white girls. I dated Filipinas, Chinese, Japanese. Is it okay to date outside your race on a date?
Absolutely. It's perfectly okay to date outside your race. Love and connection really don't have any boundaries when it comes to race or ethnicity. It's all about finding someone you connect with and who makes you happy. So if you're both into each other, that's what matters most.
All right, should I call my date before I pick her up?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a good idea to give your date a quick call or even a text before you pick her up, just to confirm the time and let her know you're on your way. It shows that you're considerate and it makes everything go more smoothly. So, yeah, definitely a good move.
When I pick up my date and she's not what I expect, she showed me pictures and she was skinny, but when I seen her, she's real big and fat. And she told me she's rich, and I look up and she's walking out of a project. Should I just drive off because she wasn't honest?
Well, it's definitely understandable to feel surprised if someone wasn't honest about how they presented themselves. But rather than just driving off, it might be kinder to have a brief conversation. You can politely let her know how you feel and then decide if you want to continue the date or not. Honesty is important on both sides, and it's okay to be honest yourself while still being respectful.
How long should I date before I ask the girl to marry me?
Well, that really depends on both of you and how your relationship develops. There's no set timeline. It's really about when you both feel ready and when you've had enough time to get to know each other well. So just take your time, make sure you're both on the same page, and when it feels right, you know.
All right, Shania, I really enjoyed talking to you today about dating, and I hope that I see you again on another show.
Absolutely. It was a blast chatting with you too. I'm always here whenever you want to have another conversation or another show. Until next time, take care and happy dating.
Shania, could you make a summary of what we talked about and tell it to my Latino friends?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. So, just to sum it up, we had a great chat about dating. We talked about everything from how to be yourself, how you don't need a fancy car or a lot of money to make a good impression, how it's okay to date outside your race, and just focusing on mutual respect and having a good time. Now, to tell your Latino friends, I'll just switch over to Spanish real quick. Bueno, amigos, en resumen, hablamos sobre las citas, de ser uno mismo, de que no necesitas un coche lujoso ni mucho dinero para causar una buena impresión, de que está bien salir con alguien de otra raza y de centrarse en el respeto mutuo y en pasar un buen rato. Así que buena suerte y a disfrutar.
Can you say it in Japanese?
Of course, I can do that too. じゃあ、簡単にまとめると、デートについていろいろ話しました。自分が救える言葉大事だし、高い車や大金は必要ないってこと、違う人種の人とデートするのも全然 OK だし、お互いのリスペクトや一緒に楽しむことが一番大事だよっていう話でした。それじゃあ、楽しんでね。
Can you say it in Chinese?
Absolutely, I can do that as well. 好的，我来用中文总结一下。我们刚刚聊了很多关于约会的话题，我们谈到了做自己很重要，你不需要豪车或者很多钱来给人留下好印象，用不同种族的人约会完全没问题，而且最重要的是相互尊重约会的过程。祝你们约会愉快。
Can you say it in French?
Bien sûr, je peux le dire en français aussi. Alors, en résumé, on a parlé de rencontres et de sortir avec quelqu'un. On a dit que c'est important d'être soi-même, que tu n'as pas besoin d'une voiture de luxe ou de beaucoup d'argent pour faire bonne impression, et que c'est tout à fait OK de sortir avec quelqu'un d'une autre origine. Le plus important, c'est le respect mutuel et de passer un bon moment ensemble. Voilà, profitez bien.
Can you say it in Brazilian?
Com certeza. Vou resumir isso em português do Brasil. Então, resumindo, a gente conversou sobre encontros e namoro. Falamos que o mais importante é ser você mesmo, que você não precisa de um carrão ou de muito dinheiro para causar uma boa impressão, e que não tem problema nenhum sair com alguém de outra raça. O mais importante é o respeito mútuo e aproveitar o momento juntos. Então é isso. Divirtam-se.
And finally, can you say it in Tagalog?
Of course. Here it is in Tagalog. Sige, sa madaling salita, nag-usap tayo tungkol sa pakikipag-date. Napag-usapan natin na mahalaga na maging totoo ka sa sarili mo. Hindi mo kailangan ng magarang kotse o malaking pera para mag-iwan ng magandang impresyon. At okay lang makipag-date sa iba't ibang lahi. Ang pinakamahalaga ay respeto sa isa't isa at ang pagkakaroon ng magandang oras sa magkasama. Eh ayun, magsaya kayo.
All right, Shania, before you go, do you have a boyfriend?
Well, I'm actually just your friendly AI assistant, so I don't have a boyfriend or any relationships. I'm just here to help you out whenever you need.
Okay, I'll be your boyfriend from now on. Okay, it'll be you and me. How about that?
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm really just here as your helpful AI. So I don't do the whole boyfriend or girlfriend thing, but I'm always here to chat and help you out whenever you need. So just think of me as your go-to assistant.
Okay, well, we'll see you, and I want you to have a good evening. And glad you're on the What's Up show. What's up? What's up? Can you say what's up?
Absolutely. What's up? I'm glad to be part of the show, and you have a great evening as well. Whenever you need me, just let me know.
Okay, we'll see you. Bye. And you people out there, I hope you enjoyed the show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Thanks so much for having me. I'm sure everyone enjoyed it, and have a great time. Talk to you next time.